Hello dear student, now let us see the next application of derivative, that is a increasing and decreasing function. See these three picture. First one is here increasing function. By graphical method we can predict they are increasing or a decreasing or a neither increasing nor decreasing function. Clearly this is a increasing function and this one is a decreasing function, and this is neither increasing nor decreasing, or it is also called as it is a constant function. The actual definition of a increasing and decreasing function is let f be a function defined on an interval I. If you take any interval I means I be any whole real number set or a natural number set, anything, but any interval I, let x1 and x2 be any two elements in that interval, then f is said to be increasing on this interval I if x1 is less than x2. x1 and x2 are the any two element in the interval I. If x1 is less than x2, that implies f of x1, that is function value at x1, is less than or equal to function value at x2, then we say that the function is increasing on interval I. And second definition is f is increasing strictly. F is said to be strictly increasing function on the interval I if x1 is strictly less than x2, that implies f of x1 is strictly less than f of x2. But in increasing function it is less than or equal to, but in strictly increasing function f of x1 is strictly less than f of x2. Next is f is a decreasing function on I. F is said to be a decreasing function on I if x1 is less than x2, then f of x1 is a greater than or equal to f of x2. See here the function value here, when x1 is there, here x2 is there, x1 is less than x2, but see here the function value, this is a greater but this is a less, so this is called as a decreasing function. And also f is a decreasing strictly on I, that is f is said to be a strictly decreasing function if x1 is less than x2, and that implies f of x1 is strictly greater than f of x2. These are the definition of a strictly increasing, strictly decreasing, increasing and decreasing function of a function f on any interval I. Let us see the one theorem, that is f of x is a continuous on a closed interval a comma b and differentiable on a open interval a comma b. Let I be any interval contained in a comma b. I is any interval contained in closed interval a comma b. Then first result, if f dash of x is greater than 0, that means the slope of the function or a slope of that curve is greater than 0 for all x is in the interval I, then f of x is an increasing function. Suppose the slope is greater than 0, then the function is an increasing function. Second one, if a slope of the function is less than 0 or a slope of the curve is less than 0, then function is a decreasing function on the given interval I. And the third result is if f dash of x is equal to 0. F dash of x is equal to 0 means the tangent of the slope is equal to 0 means the tangent of the given curve is parallel to x-axis, then f of x is a constant function. That means the tangent is parallel to x-axis or a straight line it will be. Then the proof of this theorem, for the first one it is given that f dash of x is greater than 0. What we have to prove, that f of x is an increasing function. To prove f of x is an increasing function, we have to take x1 is less than x2 be any point on the interval I, then f of x1 is strictly less than f of x2 we have to prove. It is given that f dash of x is greater than 0. Let us assume that x1 is less than x2, then we have to prove f of x1 is less than f of x2. Since f of x is a continuous function and it is also differentiable on I, here I be x1 comma x2, by mean value theorem, if both the conditions of a mean value theorem holds, then by mean value theorem there exists a c belongs to x1 comma x2 such that f of x2 minus f of x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash of c. But this f dash transpose x2 minus x1 to this side, so f of x2 minus f of x1 is equal to f dash of c into x2 minus x1. Here f dash of x is greater than 0 for all x belongs to I, so f dash of c is greater than 0, and x1 is less than x2 means x2 minus x1 is also greater than 0. greater than 0 into greater than 0 is always a greater than 0. So f of x2 minus f of x1 is greater than 0. Therefore f of x2 is greater than f of x1. Transpose f of x1 to this side. So if x1 is less than x2, that implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. Therefore this is true for all x1 comma x2 belongs to I. F of x is an increasing function. Converse is also true. If f of x is an increasing function, then f dash of x is greater than 0. Come to the second part, that is if f dash of x is less than 0, we have to prove that f of x is a decreasing function. Let us take x1 is less than x2, and again by mean value theorem, because f of x is a continuous function and differentiable function on an interval I, then by mean value theorem there exists a c belongs to x1 comma x2 such that f of x2 minus f of x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash of c. Transpose x2 minus x1 to this side, we get f of x2 minus f of x1 is equal to f dash of c into x2 minus x1. Here x2 minus x1 is a greater than 0. This is greater than 0, but f dash of x is less than 0. 1 is greater than 0, 1 is less than 0 means a minus into plus is always a minus. So this whole term is less than 0. That implies f of x2 is less than f of x1. Thus if x1 is less than x2, that implies f of x1 is greater than f of x2. It is true for all x1 comma x2 belongs to I. Therefore f of x is an decreasing function. The converse is also true here, that is if f of x is a decreasing function, then f dash of x is less than 0. Then come to next last one, that is f dash of x equal to 0. Then we have to prove that it is a constant function. A constant function means f of x1 is equal to f of x2. Let x1 is less than x2. Since f of x is a continuous and differentiable on I, then mean value theorem there exists a c belongs to x1 comma x2 such that f of x1 minus x2 minus f of x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to f dash of c. Transpose x2 minus x1 to this side. So f of x2 minus f of x1 is equal to x2 minus x1 into f dash of c. But f dash of c, x is equal to 0 for all x belongs to I. Therefore f dash of c is equal to 0. 0 into x2 minus x1 is equal to 0. That implies f of x2 is equal to f of x1. Thus if x1 is less than x2, that implies f of x1 is equal to f of x2. This is true for all x1 comma x2 belongs to I. Therefore f of x is a continuous function. Let us see some problem. First one, prove that the following functions are a strictly increasing function. First one, x cube minus 3x square plus 4x. It is f of x is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 4x. True. To prove this is a strictly increasing function, we have to prove that f dash of x is greater than 0. So take f dash of x is equal to differentiation of x cube is 3x square minus differentiation of x square is 2x. So 3 2 is 6x plus the differentiation of 4x is 4. We can't say this is a greater than 0, so modify this one. So 3 into common is 3 into x square minus 2x plus 4, 3 into add and subtract 1 here. So x square minus 2x plus 1 minus 1 plus 4. This is in the form of a minus b whole square, that is x minus 1 whole square minus 1 into 3 is minus 3 plus 4, that is equal to 3 into x minus 1 whole square plus 1. Here x minus 1 whole square is always a positive. Square of any number is always a positive. Positive into 3 times is positive. That plus 1 is always a positive. Therefore this whole term is positive. That means f dash of x is greater than 0. Therefore f of x is a strictly increasing function on R. Second one is e power 2x. Then the f dash of x is equal to 2 into e power 2x, because differentiation of e power 2x is e power 2x into differentiation of 2x is 2. That is always greater than 0. Therefore f of x is strictly increasing on R. Next is 3x plus 1. Differentiation of 3x plus 1 is 3. 3 is always greater than 0. Therefore f of x is an increasing function on R. Find the interval in which the function f given by f of x equal to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7 is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. We have to find the interval such that the function is first one is strictly increasing and the function is strictly decreasing. To prove this, to Find the interval. First we have to differentiate the given function. So f dash of x equal to 6 into x square minus 6x. Differentiation of x cube is 3x square, 3 2 is 6, 6x square minus 3 2 is 6x minus 36. Modify this one, 6 is a common, x square minus x minus 6 is 36. After simplification we get x minus 3 into x plus 2 into 6. To prove it is strictly increasing. What is the meaning of strictly increasing? Strictly increasing means the slope is greater than 0. So f dash of x is greater than 0. That is 6 into x minus 3 into x plus 2 is greater than 0. 6 is always greater than 0. These two are greater than 0 means if both are positive or both are negative. So if x minus 3 is greater than 0 and x plus 2 is greater than 0 means x minus 3 greater than 0, x minus 3 is greater than 0 means x is greater than 3. X is greater than 3 means x belongs to 3 comma infinity. If x plus 2 is less than 0 means x is less than minus 2. X is less than minus 2 means it is a minus 2 comma infinity. Therefore x belongs to minus infinity comma minus 2 and 3 comma infinity. Therefore for a strictly increasing function, this one, the interval is a minus infinity comma minus 2 union 3 comma infinity. If it is strictly decreasing, then f dash of x is less than 0. So this is less than 0. 6 never be less than 0. Either of these two less than 0. Therefore x belongs to minus 2 comma 3. Here minus 2 below this function is increasing and also 3 after this function is increasing. Therefore in between minus 2 and 3 this function is decreasing. Now come to next problem. Show that the function f of x equal to sin x is strictly increasing in a 0 comma pi by 2, strictly decreasing in a pi by 2 comma pi, and neither increasing nor decreasing on a 0 comma pi. 0 to pi, this is neither increasing nor decreasing. To prove this one, take f dash of x equal to cos x. So to prove it is increasing function on this one, we have to take f dash of x is greater than 0, cos x is greater than 0. Cos x is greater than 0. See in the cos diagram, cos 0 value is 1 pi by 2. So after this one, this graph is like this. Zero, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, so on, correct. Here 0 to pi, cos x is greater than 0, above 0, here 0 to pi, it is more than 0, so it is a positive value. Therefore x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, cos x is a positive, therefore f of x is strictly increasing 0 to pi by 2. Then f dash of x is less than 0, so cos x is less than 0. Here pi by 2 to pi, pi by 2 to pi, this value pi by 2 to pi, this is a negative value, cos value is negative from pi by 2 to pi, therefore x belongs to pi by 2 to pi, the given function f of x is strictly decreasing. Here 0 to pi by 2 this is strictly increasing and pi by 2 to pi strictly decreasing. Therefore 0 to pi, the whole 0 to pi, this is neither decreasing nor increasing function. Find the value of x for which y is equal to x into x minus 2 whole square is an increasing function. It is given that this is one increasing function, then we have to find the value of x. So y dash is equal to differentiate with respect to x, then 2 times of x into x minus 2, and differentiation of x into x minus 2 is x minus 2 plus x, product rule. Here we have to apply product rule. So this is equal to 2x into x minus 2 into x plus x is 2x minus 2. Again 2 is common here. Then 2 into 2 4, 4 into x minus 2 into x minus 1 remaining. Since y is an increasing function, it is given, so y dash is greater than 0. So x into x minus 2 into x minus 1 is greater than 0. Here for the value of x equal to 0, x equal to 2 and x equal to 1, the function value is 0. So we have to take a 0 to 1. Strictly greater than 0 and strictly less than 1, because at 0 and at 1 the function value is 0. Therefore 0 less than x less than 1, y dash is equal to x value is greater than 0 means positive, x minus 2 which is x is less than 1, so less than 1 minus 2 is always negative, and x is again less than 1 which is also negative. Positive into negative is always positive, which is greater than 0, therefore y is increasing. When x lies between 1 and 2, y dash is equal to, x lies between 1 and 2 means x is positive, and x is strictly less than 2 means less than minus 2. Less than 2 minus 2 is negative, and 2 minus 1 is always positive. So positive into minus negative is negative, negative into positive is negative, therefore it is, which is less than 0, therefore y is decreasing in the interval 1, 2. Next is if x is strictly greater than 2. If x is strictly greater than 2, x is positive, x minus 2 is also positive, x minus 1 is also positive, therefore this is a positive, therefore y is increasing. In the interval 0, 1 y is increasing, in the interval 1, 2 y is decreasing, in the interval x greater than 2 means 2, infinity y is again increasing. Here given that y is increasing, the given function is increasing, then we have to find the value of x. Therefore x is belongs to 0, 1 and 2, infinity. 0, 1 union 2, infinity, where y is increasing. Prove that y is equal to 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function of theta in 0, pi by 2. We have to prove that this is an increasing function. For that we have to prove that differentiate with respect to theta is greater than 0. So consider dy by d theta. dy by d theta is equal to 4 into, we have to use the quotient rule, that is 2 plus cos x cos theta whole square. Numerator becomes 2 plus cos theta into differentiation of sin theta is cos theta minus sin theta into differentiation of 2 is 0 and differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta minus differentiation of theta is 1. So 4 into cos theta into 2 is 2 cos theta into cos theta is cos square theta, minus into minus plus sin theta into sin theta sin square theta divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square minus 1. We know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. So 4 into 2 is 4 to the 8 cos theta plus 4 into 1 is 4 minus, take the LCM, here it is 1, so multiply both numerator and denominator by 2 plus cos theta whole square. 2 plus cos theta whole square, that is in the form of a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, that is equal to 2 square is 4, cos theta square is cos square theta plus 2 times of 2 to the 4, 4 into cos theta. 8 cos theta plus into minus, minus into plus minus, 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta is 4 cos theta, minus 4 plus 4 minus 4 getting cancel, minus into plus minus cos square theta divided by 2 plus cos square theta. We know that the range value of cos theta, if cos theta is equal to x, the range value is always between 0 and 1. The range value is always 0 in between 0 and, for any value x is in between 0 and 1, then x square is less than 1. For value between 0 and 1, x square is less than 1. So cos square theta is less than or equal to cos theta in the domain set 0, pi by 2. Here range of x is 0, 1. So the domain of theta is 0 to pi by 2. Cos theta is always greater than or equal to cos square theta. If we multiply any real number here, then it is also greater than or equal to cos square theta. Therefore 4 cos theta is greater than or equal to cos square theta. Here 4 cos theta minus cos square theta is greater than or equal to 4 cos theta minus cos square theta is greater than or equal to 0, and also 2 plus cos theta, 2 plus any value the whole square, which is also greater than or equal to 0. Therefore dy by d theta is also always greater than or equal to 0 for all theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Therefore y is an increasing function of theta belongs to 0, pi by 2. Next problem, find the interval in which the function f of x equal to 4 sin theta minus 2x minus x cos x divided by 2 plus cos x is, first one increasing, second one decreasing. For a increasing, we have to find the interval for this function. For a decreasing, we have to find the interval for this function. For that, modify this one first. F of x equal to 4 sin theta minus 2 times 2x minus x cos x divided by 2 plus cos x. Here x is common, x into 2 plus cos x If a plus b by c, then can be written as a by c plus b by c. No. So 4 sin theta divided by 2 plus cos x minus x into 2 plus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x. 2 plus cos x, 2 plus cos x getting cancelled. So remaining is x. Now differentiate with respect to x. Here we have to use the quotient rule. 4 into 2 plus cos x whole square into 2 plus cos x into differentiation of sin x is cos x minus sin x into differentiation of 2 is 0 plus the differentiation of cos x is a minus sin x minus differentiation of x is a 1. So 4 into 2 cos x plus cos square plus sin square is a 1. Here take the LCM. This becomes 2 plus cos x whole square. 4 2s are 8. 8 cos x plus 4 1s are 4 minus 2 square is 4 minus cos square is cos square x minus 2 AB 2 2s are 4. 4 into cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square. 8 cos x minus 4 cos x is a 4 cos x minus plus 4 minus 4 getting cancelled minus cos square x. Again cos x is outside. 4 minus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square. See here 4 minus cos x and divided by 2 plus cos x. Cos x values varies from always to 0 to 1. Cos x value varies from 0 to 1. 4 minus 0 to 1, any value is always greater than 0, and 2 plus cos x whole square value is always greater than 0. Therefore this whole term, that is 4 minus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square, the value is greater than 0. Therefore f dash of x is greater than or equal to 0 or less than 0 is according to value depend on a cos x. Here cos x is remaining. This whole thing is always greater than 0. Therefore the f dash value is based on cos x. Suppose take f dash of x is greater than or equal to 0, that if and only if cos x is greater than or equal to 0. See here cos x when is 0, we know that cos is a periodic function from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi, it is a periodic function. 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Here 0 to 2 pi, it is a periodic function. Cos x is a positive. Cos x is positive means above x axis it is 0 to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. It is always a greater than or equal to 0. Therefore x belongs to 0 to pi by 2 union 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Therefore f of x is increasing in this interval. And f dash of x is less than 0, then if and only if cos x is less than 0. When the cos x is less than 0, see here, cos x is less than 0 means it is below x axis, that is pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So x is a decreasing, f of x is a decreasing function in pi by 2, 3 pi by 2.